Yeah. Okay, so the Hangout's live. So let's do a countdown. You click on that and click on this.
Oh, you don't want? So you don't want my pictures?
We could do, I suppose.
Well, if you got the countdown, you can't see my pictures.
Well, hang on
From
then.
the fabulous.
Wait
from the fabulous, wonderful.
Wait a second. There we go. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So we are doing a 5. Well, we are
technically
doing a 5-minute countdown, but yes, Alyssa's showing us the outside of WonderCon. This is where I now go over to the YouTube and make sure that everyone's okay over there, because obviously we've got the Q&A up and running. We are having some technical issues with Allie at the moment, unfortunately, which is always seems to be the case when it comes to. Because we always seem to have these problems, don't we?
Wow. Well, since Google changed over to YouTube, there seems to be a lot more problems. But I'm thinking some of it has to do with just not firing up correctly, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I had some problems getting on, and then I tried it again, and I didn't have problems. What you're seeing now is a picture of the entrance line for WonderCon, the main entrance line by the food trucks.
Fair enough. I'm tempted to actually ditch the countdown, but we'll start bang on sort of like the top of the hour. But for now, you can kind of just continue to do a little bit of a roving report, and it also allows people to try and catch you as well and find out where you are if you want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're watching this, if you want to crash the Hangout, hey, and we've got Allie joining us as well.
Nice.
But, let's see. We haven't got any audio for Allie. Might be let's see if we've got a muted thing.
We've
got no mic for Allie at the moment. Oh no, yeah, we've got no mic for Allie.
There was some amazing while you're dealing with that. There was some amazing cosplay pictures taken yesterday that I'm going to be posting soon. The whole 501st Regiment was out here. They also had the villains. So out here in front of the fountain. If people don't know, you've got this fountain here, and right in front of it, you've got a huge amount of steps, which I'm going to step down from in a minute. And you can see why this lends itself to all of the cosplaying pictures.
Yeah. Right. Well, we're going to talk about that as well on the show, because obviously there has been a little bit of contention over the fact that they put the badge reception in front of the fountains, because obviously people want to get in and take pictures even if they don't have badges. So
absolutely,
we'll talk about that shortly.
Okay.
I am trying. I mean, I see a Harley. Obviously,
you've got.
I'm trying to see. Is that supposed to be a swamp thing?
Yes.
Oh, no, so it's
lady.
It's an ivy. It's a poison ivy.
Yep. A lady. Well, you've got Harlequin here, and you've got a cosplayer taking pictures of cosplayers, but this excellent costume here is definitely attracting a lot of attention. And then you've got this lady over here, and we had some Black Widow and Jeremy and Reamer's cosplay going on earlier. Sorry, I'm still kind of into a little bit of jet lag here, guys. So how are we doing on countdown? 37 seconds. Okay. This is just to kind of give people an idea of what's happening first thing in the morning. This is technically just before while the hall opens and just before the hall opens. I believe it opened at 9:30 this morning.
Right. What's rather confusing about Allie at the moment is that she's connected, but we don't have any picture and we don't have any sound. So hopefully she's currently trying to sort out her webcam at the moment. Okay. But there we go. So technically, that's the countdown done, and it does say on there, do support us on Patreon, and of course, all the link. Well, but we'll stop the screen share now. Dive straight into it now. Well, right. Hello there. Welcome to Talkin Comic-Con, an Englishman in San Diego. And it's going to be one of those shows where we're spinning a whole bunch of plates. Why? Because we've got a little bit of a live report taking place. It's WonderCon weekend in Anaheim. And at the moment, Alyssa is at the convention center. I'm going to turn the camera on to her for the vast majority. And we're also hopefully going to be getting Allie joining us. We seem to be having an audio issue with her at the moment, so we'll see if we can get that sorted. Let's try that again with I am moving her volume up and down, but it does seem to be a muted microphone at Allie's end, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. This is what happens when it comes to YouTube Live. It seems to, ever since we moved over to YouTube Live, it's just giving us all sorts of grief. It really is. Because Allie can hear us, I'm certain. Yeah, just wave, Allie. There you go. She can hear us, and she can see us. But we are struggling with getting sound from Allie at the moment. So bear with us. We will try and get that sorted. But at the moment, we are with Alyssa at WonderCon. So we're obviously at day 3. How's it gone so far?
It's gone well, and I have Michael P. directly in front of me.
Hey, look at that for timing.
Yes, our wonderful expanse person, and he's like, "Oh no, I've been caught." Mike, I don't have a headphone, so if you'd like to say something, I'm going to have to give you my mic. You might want to mute me, Leonard, for just a moment.
No.
Yeah. Because I'm going to crunch the headphones and then give you a loud noise. Here he is.
Okay, I'm talking now. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I certainly can. Yeah, do you see that? There was no loud clanging of noise. There was she just oversells it. She really does.
Oh no, she did. She's a wonderful human being, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Just real quick, Leonard. Yesterday, the showrunner from The Expanse, and I think the showrunner from Colony and from Orphan Black did a panel with a Nerdist. It was incredible. So many incredibly bright, smart people. Oh, it was wonderful being there because it was a total education. Those guys are just brilliant. There's no other way to describe them. They're absolutely brilliant. And it was wonderful, wonderful panel. And just real quick too, Midnight Texas over here, you know, that's kind of sponsoring this whole thing, and they got these wonderful posters and panels up. That show, you've got to watch it. It's a must-see. I mean, you were there, right? Oh, wasn't it incredible? It was. When I'm talking to the strange person over here, I'm talking to Alyssa. Okay, you guys can't see her right now, but it was. Oh, it was like True Blood, the first season, when it was wonderful. And in fact, I would say it steps it up. You know, just definitely a notch. Would you agree? Yes. Okay. So I've got agreement on that one too. So it was really, really good. Alyssa, Alyssa doesn't know this yet, but there's something I'm going to tell her. I'm not going to tell her on air because we have to discuss this first. But it's possible, Leonard, it's remotely possible we may have an exclusive in August. But we have to discuss that a little bit more. So I can't give it away.
Okay. Well,
I think you will be excited by it.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, I think I've got an exclusive for you. Let's see what your reaction to this is. I mean, you may know about this already, but Contessa got in contact with us on Twitter. She's been speaking to the Expanse writers.
Yes.
And you may or may not have noticed that they confirmed they will be doing an Expanse writers panel at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes, I did know this because I'm following all of them. And in fact, I actually met the Expanse writer who's responsible for the Twitter, and by the way, she is a beautiful woman, absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, it's a sin that woman. She is so smart, so bright, and beautiful. On top of that, I mean, clearly she's Wonder Woman stock. I know that's a horrible thing to say on the air, but you know, clearly she's from the true Amazon race. You know, sprung from the head of Zeus, full of wisdom and beautiful on top of that too. So anyway, I fanboyed out. Okay, I'm done with my fanboying out. Let me give it back to Alyssa. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I was going to get a report out of you. How have you seen WonderCon? I mean, how's it been?
Oh, well, I'm of two different opinions about this WonderCon. It's wonderful. It's a little bit less than we're used to in terms of some of the panels and stuff. I think everybody's agreeing on that. But at the same time, the quality of the panels has been, you know, extraordinary. I mean, like I said, you know, that the Expanse, you know, with the different showrunners, seeing Midnight Texas, the cosplay has been incredible. I think Alyssa will tell you that too, and she will, you know. And so, I mean, everybody, my friend in crime, who's Tina, she's not here today, but she agrees that the cosplay has been absolutely fabulous, absolutely fabulous. So it's all been good. It's all been really, really, really good.
I mean, I was really touched by the cosplay repair area that's been introduced. I thought that was rather cool.
Oh, but the floor! I didn't mention the floor. The floor was fabulous. I mean, it was wonderful. You could actually walk around. The bad part about it is you could walk around. So I wound up buying way more than there's just no. It was just wrong, but it was wonderful. No, it's great. If you really like the floors and stuff, you've got to come to WonderCon because you can actually walk around like a human being and see everything and do everything. Ooh, we had to move out of the way because apparently, yeah, we were standing over the entrance and stuff. So sorry about that. But
you know what?
All right. Yeah, come on, leader. You're next.
It was a great camera shot. It was a great camera shot.
Pass it on over.
Okay. Later, guys.
Now then, sir, how the devil are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You have been having one hell of a con.
It's been busy. Yeah, Alex, come here. Me and Alex have been busy, so yeah.
So this is Jason Coe from hallh.com. So listen.
No, this is Aaron. Aaron, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry. I thought I saw Jason in the background. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Jason. Oh no, this is Alex. This is Alex Benedicto.
Right. Okay. No, this is yeah. Hi. So yeah, how's it been, Aaron?
It's been busy. It's been nonstop since Friday. I haven't slept that much. Just been doing a bunch of social media from the people that we've made contact with, and artist Allie. And so yeah, we made a large amount of contacts, and we're busy drumming up content.
Cool, excellent stuff. So how you found it this year? Because I mean, is this your first? I mean, how many times have you been to WonderCon now?
It's probably like my 4th year, I think.
Yeah.
It seems a whole lot busier this time around.
And how's the whole RFID thing worked for you? Because I saw the picture I saw the picture you sent out of the lines trying to get in through those barriers.
Oh, it's not too bad. I think I may need a longer badge. Go down here. There you go. I need a retractable.
Excellent
so
stuff.
Thing. Other than that, the RFI badges have worked out pretty well. I haven't seen a lot of people have any trouble with them that much.
Cool. So, I mean, any highlights for yourself? I mean, have you been to many panels, or has it been mostly the floor for you?
Well, Friday was dedicated to artist Allie and trying to meet some of the exhibitors that we sort of highlighted on our preview. Our most recent podcast, we had Sean Richter and Gavin Richter on there. So a huge highlight was when he looked at the commission that he asked Patrick Ballesteros to do for them. It was a picture of Cap and Dum Dum Dugan, but of course Cap was Sean Richter and Dum Dum Dugan was Gavin Richter, his son.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, talked about that on the podcast. If you go to our to see some pictures and a video that I took of that sort of that moment. So it was pretty cool that we were there. Just coincidentally, just going down up Artist Alley, we saw Patrick and Sean talking to each other.
Cool.
for this sort of convention, I'm sort of dedicating it to more of the writers. There's a writer by the name of Stefan Frank. He writes a comic book called Silver. I went to his. We follow him on social media, and I went to his panel about sort of writing using cinematic approaches to better writing for comic books. So that was a pretty interesting panel yesterday. And then today, there's a person named a writer named Brandon Easton. He's written for Shield, for Agent Carter, the Stranger Comics, doing the revamp of the Vampire Hunter D comic book. So I'm looking forward to that panel and hopefully having him on our podcast sometime in the near future. That'd
be cool. Excellent. Well, I mean, certainly as well, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about was SDCC Fit. How's it gone for you this time round?
Oh, now that I'm been pretty consistent the last 2 or 3 years, it's no problem at all. I do my walking pretty much almost every morning, almost religiously, at least, 30 minutes, 20 minutes in the morning before I go to work. So I get that out of the way, gets me in a good mindset to tackle the day. I'm starting to get back into weights. So one thing I probably shouldn't have done is I sort of did weights a little bit before the convention, so I'm a little bit sore. So tip to you guys who are trying to do the weights before a convention, don't do it before the convention. And I didn't even go that strong. I went relatively light. Okay, but just make sure that you don't do too much before a convention.
You see, these are the things you need to keep an eye on when you're doing SDCC Fit, you see. Excellent
right stuff. And then I did post about some sort of relatively healthy snacks that I brought to this convention. So with a little preparation, you can be sort of healthy and not have too much trouble, when it comes to eating.
Excellent stuff. So obviously the day's just getting started for you guys. What's on your agenda today?
As I said before, I'm going to be concentrating on writing some writing panels. I think is going to be going to the Jack Kirby panel later this evening. You want to get on here, Alex, for a little bit? You want to get on here? Okay. What are the panels we're going to go to? Oh yeah, there's a making a be a nerd and making a living out of it panel. Sean Richter be
why am I not surprised that you're going to be wanting to attend that one?
Exactly. Sean Richter is going to be another like a family related cosplay, like parents and kid cosplay panel later this evening, or later this day. So we might go check that out if we have time. But yeah, I mean, there's one thing about this convention. There's nothing short of awesome panels that you can check out. There's always something to do here. I just wish, like I said at San Diego Comic Fest, that I can multiply myself and just attend all the panels that they have here, because I think that's one thing that people obviously people coming for cosplay, but I think another thing are the panels. I think that's the beauty of this convention.
I mean, it sounds like it's such a lot of fun, and yeah, I just really hope that I get the chance to come out one time and enjoy it with you.
I think you'd love it. Well, hopefully it stays in Anaheim and it doesn't move to Las Vegas.
Well, I understand there's a 4-year contract on the cards. Anyway, we'll move on from that.
Exactly.
Excellent stuff. Thank you very much indeed for that, and enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Thank you, sir. Talk to you soon.
Okay, take care. Take care.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. And his companion for the day, and Aaron has volunteered to do my cameraman for me if wanted, and so I'm going to pass that over to him. We've been catching a lot of the cosplay people over there, just to give people an idea of what the outside of the convention is like. And then you get the whole edit. The front of us on the ground floor, you've got the show floor, which pretty much stretches from all the way over here to right about, we've got Tony Kim got his heroes
no, it's
so he's got
has
all kinds
within,
of clothing for Hero Within, all of his clothing for people to try on. We're going to try and get Aaron to try on some of his clothing. Well, Aaron is more of, he's not a slim Asian. So, yes, he's not as svelte as he was just saying. So he's kind of got more of a different kind of body type than Tony does. So he give you a good idea about what, yeah, just some of this amazing costume here. I love her costume. The tree-like lady.
The poison ivy.
Yes. And we do have on Sunday's programming, we do have Lucifer and Gotham are going to be happening. And we've also got a encore presentation of the Teen Titans. Those are all going to be in the arena. Later on today, as you said earlier, we've got the Drag View panel, which is right before the WonderCon panel, the WonderCon Talkback panel in the same room, which is pretty cool that they've understood that those audiences go for the same type of thing.
Cool.
Which it's really a neat convention. And
well, I mean, what would you say about Michael's take there? That it's been not so much in terms of the content; it's been more like niche content. It's specialist interests. Would you say?
Absolutely, and that just kind of went through last night's cosplay that we had, which was very, very well done. I tweeted out a picture earlier today of the cosplay winners, an extraordinary group of 3 people in amazing costumes. The costumes here close, they're definitely in the same category as New York Comic-Con and San Diego Comic-Con. Some massively huge amount of intricate details put into some of these costumes, and and of course you have the green dinosaurs too, just to amuse us.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
Excellent stuff.
Absolutely.
Now, so is there any way we can get a bit of a tour then? I mean, can we get inside and have a look?
Absolutely. Aaron, I can take the camera from here unless you want to walk with me. So Aaron has consented to be my cameraman and walk with me through this. What we're seeing now is we're walking. We
have got to get him something special for Christmas.
Aaron, absolutely, absolutely. He deserves something special. And here we have, the classic cosplay.
It's Yoshi. It's Yoshi and Princess.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll be right back.
And what we're doing, we got Michael P here because he's hanging around too. I mean, this is really the place to hang out. And over on the right, we've got, name is escaping me today. I don't know what it is. And here I thought my brain was going to work today. Jeremy Reamer's character.
Jeremy Renner. Okay.
Hawkeye. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. My mistake. And then the Green Arrow. Because they absolutely go together, different universes. And over here, we've got their entrance.
So, okay, let's talk about that real quickly. I mean, how's, the moving of the RFID back to Beyond the Fountain, does that make it easier, would you say? I mean, how's that really affected moving around, certainly the convention center as well?
It makes it easier. It makes it easier to walk around once you know the traffic pattern, because they put up a lot of barricades. So you don't quite, until you're used to it, you don't quite know where, how you're supposed to get to places. Over here, we've got an entrance into the hall. I'm just going to take a quick look around. On our right here, we've got, this is the main hallway in the bottom of the convention center. You've got the entrance to the right-hand side of the hall. And then all the way over here to the left, you've got your disabled services. And then your badge pickup is way down there at Hall D. So you got your basic play. Hall H, no Hall H. Well, that's the arena. That's the arena, which is way down there at Hall A, is the entrance to the arena. To the hall over here through the double doors, they've kind of restricted it a little bit. You don't have full access in every door like you kind of do at San Diego. To about 3 or 4 entrances. Yeah, Aaron is agreeing with me. So good. I've got that figure right at least. Well, I tried for some ticket polls earlier this morning on San Diego for Gotham and Lucifer. And there were some massive amounts of lines. So we're entering here right about it at Alley 1100 and you enter right into the DC IDW graphic designs.
Now you see, this is where I'd be interested in IDW, because a friend of mine on Twitter has had her big announcement as part of Black Crown Publishing. And I will actually turn around and see if you can get to the table, but I know that she's not so good on interviews. She doesn't like being on camera. So probably not a wise idea to go and try and find Tess Fowler. But very quickly, while you're just getting yourself nicely settled, Alyssa, I'm going to go over to Allie and just see if we've got sound and picture, because I've got picture. Have we got sound?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, we've got sound.
You can hear me.
Excellent stuff. You see,
I got to tell you, the issue is you've got to go into your Google Chrome settings. I had to Google it. It was just a weird thing, and I was blocking microphone use on Google Hangout. Oh, it was an exception. It was really a weird one, but I got it fixed.
You see, this, I tell you, ever since we moved over to YouTube Live, it's just been so much fun. It really has been so much fun. But thank you very much indeed for joining us, Allie. It's your first time on the Hangout, so welcome along. I'm just wondering if we should, we'll spend a little time with you while Alyssa's just kind of wandering around. Introduce yourself. Tell us all about yourself.
Okay, great. Well, I'm Allie. I'm Hall H Hooker. A lot of you guys might have met me. I'm running around the Hall H line quite a bit to ensure that I'll be in the front rows, especially for Saturdays during Comic-Con. And I'm also a film critic now, going on 6 years.
Excellent stuff.
I'm living in Austin too.
Excellent. Well, I mean, that's kind of the principal reason why you're going to be joining us, because we're going to be talking Ghost in the Shell, aren't we? So we'll talk about that soon. We'll see if we can. We'll deal with WonderCon. We'll have a little bit of a tour of the floor, and then we'll come back and talk to you about Ghost in the Shell, and then we'll let Alyssa. I think we're going to be talking to Tony Kim as well. So Alyssa. So you've kind of got yourself back into the floor. You've stayed pretty much whereabouts where you were. So if you give us a bit of a tour, I mean, it looks like an absolutely huge hall. Is this now part of the extension? Has the expansion actually finished now?
There's still some work going on, primarily towards the parking lot, but it seems like it is a bigger floor than it was 2 years ago. I have heard unofficial reports that there are 100 more vendors this year than there were before. And it feels, when I was doing the walkabout 2 years ago, it feels bigger. You know, more of the edges are filled in like they were not last year. I've actually had an opportunity to take a walk around and was finding it felt full all the way through the hall. We can continue to walk along here, and we're going towards the comic area.
It's nice. The comic book area. While it is your typical full convention, it does look like there's quite a lot of space to move around. It doesn't seem as kind of shoulder to shoulder as we have seen it in previous years and at previous other conventions. It does look really kind of rather relaxed to move around.
Absolutely. It sure does. And it seems as though that it's never been very full. the floor yesterday afternoon at noon, which is usually my gauge here is Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, because that seems like when you've always got the most people, but it's never felt full. It's felt a little bit crowded at times, but with all of this space and keeping the aisles, it seems as though they keep the aisles a little bit bigger than some of the other conventions do. That you've actually got some elbow room, which is pretty cool.
Excellent.
So we can, I was on my way back to Tony. He's at 2022. I'm not sure if he's actually ready for us yet. I haven't been able to get, well, my phone is also my camera, so I can't get on the Twitter.
I know.
To see if he's messaged me back.
Tell you what, we'll talk to Allie. We'll keep the picture on you so we can actually see about WonderCon and see what you're getting up to. But sure. have you been to WonderCon, Allie?
I have been.
Sorry, this is where we get confused between Allie and Alyssa. There we go. Right. So yeah, Allie, have you been to WonderCon? Have you had the chance to have a look around? Did you go to LA last year?
You know what? I didn't. I went to the one in Dallas, which is going on right now.
Right. Yes, the fan expo. Yes.
A lot of friends are up there right now. I've heard good and bad about that convention that's going on.
Really?
Last night there was quite a ruckus. A lot of people did not get their autographs. They were ready to riot, but the con was giving them refunds. And then today I've seen a lot of people were happy that they were getting their autographs, but the place was literally packed. I saw Matt, the guy who is with Top Cow. He's having a great con. He loves Dallas. He loves their event, and he opts to go there instead of WonderCon. Really?
Well, I mean, Matt always seems to be the kind of alternative kind of guy. He always likes going the different route. Matt Hawkins. I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of his wheelhouse. So no, you can kind of understand that. Okay. That's cool. When it goes to events like this, I mean, where do you find yourself, Allie? Do you find yourself heading to panels, or is it more floor? Where do you end up going?
Can I actually interrupt? I have one of our contest winners from the from the show last night, from the masquerade contest, is here. I forget what did you win? Wonder Mama. And absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. What prize did you win? Most humorous. Absolutely. That was very well done, especially with the Starbucks. Absolutely. Thank you. Sorry, I just had to interrupt there. That's those serendipitous moments at conventions. He was on stage last night and won for the masquerade, won one of their big awards for the most humorous. Anyway, I'm gonna mute myself again while we get set up with Tony.
Okay. It's gonna be one of those. It's going to be one of those shows today where we're just bouncing all over the place. Sorry about that, Allie. Where were we?
First of all, that was a man. I thought that was a woman with large knockers.
I did like the fact that she was talking about serendipitous moments. She did seem to be serendipitously focused on the boobs. You're absolutely right. I noticed that. So okay, I mean, so FanX. It's just been going on. So yeah, how was that event for you? I mean, was it something that as an event, where do you find yourself going when you go to conventions like that? Do you go to the floor? Do you go to panels? Where do you usually find yourself?
So I usually do a mix, because I'm usually there as a member of the press, and I've got to assign myself interviews. I usually do a couple TV film celebrities, and then I always try to hit up an artist or two that I know in the artist alley. Or I also know a lot of people who write books, and I'm always trying to help my friends sell their books, so I'll do an interview with one or two of them too. So kind of all over the place.
Excellent stuff. Cool. Okay. I think Alyssa has found herself at the yes, she has. She's found herself at the Hero Within booth, and I thought I saw a familiar face there as well.
You did. Tony is here with us and has agreed to speak on camera with you, but I wanted to give you some close-ups of his excellent work that he's doing now. And at some point, we're going to get Aaron to try something on. Just to give you a picture of Aaron here so that you understand that he's not the slim Asian gentleman.
You're not supposed to say things like that.
Oh, and then well, I can because I just lost some weight. Okay, here's Tony. You're just speaking with Leonard.
Oh.
Hi, Tony. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, how's everything across the pond?
Well, it's not raining, which is a surprise at this time of year, but there we go. But it sounds like...
Am I live on a cup of tea?
You are indeed.
Oh, look at that. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've been having an amazing convention. I've been seeing your social media. It sounds like you've been having a great time. I also want to talk about the Wonder Woman jacket as well, because that's just...
Oh, no.
Well,
I mean, talk about that.
Oh, really? I mean, it seemed like you were getting a little bit of pressure off the social, some corner of the internet. Yeah, but it really did seem like over the course of the convention, you've been the tide has turned. Everyone's really loving the jacket. Everyone's loving the clothes that Hero Within are producing. Yeah,
I really think it's a vocal minority. I mean, there definitely there are a few guys out there who are still living in the dark ages who just feel like, hey, Wonder Woman should only be worn by dudes. Like, what guy in the right mind would want to possibly support Wonder Woman? And, those are fortunately a vocal few. And the best part is that there's been so many fans over the course of the week, whether it's online or here in person, that have, they've stepped into the conversation, they've pushed back, and they've really supported Wonder Woman as a hero for both guys and girls. And, as a result, that blog post that I posted got over 20,000 visits in just a few days, and tons of positive feedback, tons of comments, tons of guys and girls who online and in the booth have said, hey, I'm buying this to support the cause. And what I love about fashion is that it's intended to provoke conversation and to sort of challenge people. And it seems like that's in a small way, this has at least helped facilitate that conversation.
Cool. So, I mean, you're talking about the positive response to not only to the Wonder Woman jacket, but also to the entire line. How has the booth gone this weekend? Oh, yeah.
Yesterday we broke our single day record in sales with a combination of online and in the store. And the response has been very positive. I mean, a lot of guys and girls are saying, finally, like, I have clothes that I could wear out socially or on a date or at work. And, there's just a ton of guys who are really experiencing it for the first time and are really like, they're saying, hey, I've been looking for something like this my whole life. And so it's really refreshing to kind of hear those sort of comments. And yeah, it's been great.
Have you been able to get out from behind the booth? Have you managed to explore any more of the convention?
My whole convention has been in a 10-foot by 10-foot little bubble. And so I've barely ventured out into the rest of the convention. I've had some panels I've popped into and out. But other than that, I pretty much have been stuck here. And so, as you guys know, as you and my years of going to conventions, I've had, it's been great to have different perspectives, whether as attendee, as press, as professional. So this is really my first sort of year to really experience it as an exhibitor. And so it's really like opened my eyes a lot to what fans want, what they need, what they, their experience, and especially from a vendor experience. And so it's been a really eye-opening time, but it's been really awesome.
Well, you know what we attendees we want freebies. That's what we always want. That's how it works. So,
well, I'll tell you what, anyone who's listening right now, if you're listening and you're here at WonderCon or you're coming to WonderCon, I'll give you a free hoodie. If you come to the booth 222, I'll hook you up with a free hoodie.
Whoa. Okay. There
Alyssa
you go.
Doesn't count. Alyssa, who's filming, doesn't count.
You see, that's not fair. Okay, excellent stuff. Oh, well, that's a hell of a thing to put out. Thank you very much indeed for that. I mean, we've got people who are on the live chat. You've got supporters. You've got Michael Leventhal, People who want the jacket will order it, and the rest should just stay quiet because it's just good quality stuff. He's just ordered the new Batman woven shirt. He's really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Awesome.
You've got Katie Warrior as well, really looking at the stuff and really enjoying it as well. It's really cool that you've filled this need, certainly for us nerds who want something fashionable, and it's not just your straightforward standard geek T-shirt. He says wearing a standard geek T-shirt, but there we go. But there we go. Excellent stuff. So I mean, obviously the Sundays are usually a day when people can get the chance to walk the floor. How's the Sunday been so far?
Okay. Say again?
He's going to try one on.
Oh, okay. There you go. Sunday's been great. Actually, it kind of just kicked off. Parking at WonderCon is terrible, and so anyone who's coming in, you expect an hour delay just parking alone. So the days just kind of just kicked off, and so but the response has been great. We've already sold a few items, and it's been great. So. But I think we've got someone trying on the Wonder Woman jacket, so let's try it on.
Okay, let's see how Aaron suits this.
Oh, look at that! It looks great, man. It's such a offensive and threatening jacket, isn't it? How dare you? That's a menace to society. Look at that. So, but yeah, when we created this, we knew that. There would be, yes, we recognize that Wonder Woman is not necessarily like the big property that guys have traditionally gotten behind. And so we intentionally designed it as a very classic design, it's very familiar, it's safe. And so we really did want to create something that was not, because we had a much different denim jacket design to where, just more like really out there and modern, but let's create something that's like traditional and that's classic, that guys would feel familiar with. And so so that's why we designed it in this way.
You can tell him it looks incredibly natural on it looks incredibly natural on him. I think he should buy it right now.
Leonard says that it looks incredible on you. He said you need to buy it right now.
I'll buy right now.
He said he'll buy right now. So look at that. Leonard gets a cut of that. So
I get my commission cut on that. That's fantastic. Yeah. Excellent stuff. But it looks like the booth is nice and busy. It looks like you've got a great day ahead of you. Tony, it's been great to talk to you again. Thank you so much indeed, man.
Yeah, thank you guys, and thank you for everything that Cup of Tea does and what you do and the team does, because the fact that your perspective on convention going really has changed the con community, has changed sort of online content, and so you guys are incredible.
Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that.
All right.
Excellent stuff. So that's Hero Within. Tell you what, very quickly, do you want to just tell everyone where people can find Hero Within and where people can buy stuff?
Yeah, go to herewithinstore.com or Hero Within Inc. as in incorporated INC on Twitter, Instagram. We're on Facebook and all that. So yeah.
Excellent.
222 if you're at WonderCon. So
brilliant. Thank you very much indeed, Tony. It's been a pleasure talking to you, man.
All right. Thanks, Leonard.
Take care. Excellent stuff. Now, while they swap the headphones over, I'm going to very quickly say to Alyssa, we're going to do a bit of an interview with Allie now. Oh, hang on a second. Where's she? Alyssa? No, she's doing what she needs to do. Okay, well, tell you what then. We'll take a quick detour from WonderCon. We'll let Alyssa have a look round and look at the rest of the Hero Within store. But we're also now going to talk with Allie about a film that she's been to see this week, and she's really passionate about in terms of certainly the reaction that it's been getting online prior to its release. It also kind of feeds into a lot of things and a lot of conversations that are happening this year, especially with shows like Iron Fist. Ghost in the Shell certainly was the first one to really kind of get everyone's attention because of its casting of its lead character. Allie, you went to see it. When did you go and see this? Was it how long ago?
I saw it just a few days ago in Austin at a press and promo screening. That's where they have the public and the press together.
Okay.
So you can kind of gauge the reactions from people.
So it was, yeah. So it was very, very much a critic's room, which is always a slightly different room to a standard audience. How did the critics take to Ghost in the Shell?
Well, just to clarify, I was in a screening that had the public
right, okay,
at the same time.
Okay.
So that is a lot different. If you just go to a screening where it's critics, it's usually really quiet and the people are very intense. When you go to one with the public, you've got kids in there. You've got, I mean, people playing on their phones. It's kind of nerve-wracking, and they have different kinds of screenings all the time. It just depends which one you get invited to. At this particular screening, I sat with critics, and the general consensus was very mixed, with general thumbs down.
Really?
Okay.
Now,
yeah, and if people had a chance to.
I mean, is that down to people? Are these people that are familiar with the title, or is it just fresh face? A fresh take on the film, and just a general response to the film?
Well, that's a good question, because in this case, the critics were handpicked. Sometimes you'll go to a screening and there'll be a lot of critics there that you don't know. And at this one, it was handpicked. One critic in particular that a lot of people might know is Harry Knowles from Ain't It Cool News. I go to a lot of the same screenings as he does. And then there was a mishmash of other ones, but definitely handpicked crowd, which is unusual.
Right. Okay. Well, let's dive straight into it then. First and foremost, how familiar were you with Ghost in the Shell, and what was if you can give us a pocket synopsis of the film?
Okay, so I saw the anime a long time ago. I rewatched it maybe 6 months ago, and the film is just basically a remake of the cartoon. There's a few changes, not a lot.
Go on, Alyssa. Sorry, go on, Ali. Sorry, I do apologize. I've just muted Alyssa. Go on, carry on.
Okay, so for those who aren't really familiar with the Ghost in the Shell, it's a Japanese anime based on a graphic novel of the same title. And in a nutshell, it's a reworking of the story of Frankenstein and Blade Runner mixed together. The lead character is played by Scarlett Johansson, and she's like a cyborg. She's a robot with a human brain inside of her, and she doesn't seem to be too interested in her background or her memories, because she swallowed the information that was given to her when she was created. And she's considered a super weapon, and she's on an elite tactical police force. And this is where Blade Runner comes in, where she's investigating murders. And she comes across a terrorist who is of the same ilk as she is. And he has somehow embedded some information that's piquing her interest about where she comes from, and that she might not be what she was told. And that's what the whole story revolves around, is that mystery of where she comes from and what happened to her.
Yeah, we've just had KV Warrior turn around and say, that's old chestnut. Yeah, I mean, it's a film that I've seen as the anime, and I've read the books, but I was very curious to see to find out just how far it deviates from the anime, especially considering that you do have Scarlett Johansson as the character. Does the casting of Scarlett make a massive difference to the way that they've structured the story and the way that the character is presented?
From an artistic standpoint, the only difference is she's light complected. From a marketing standpoint, she's the engine behind the machine that's going to make Paramount a lot of money, but not a ton of money. I just checked in with Box Office Mojo before our interview, and it's only made $19 million domestically in the U.S. this weekend, which isn't great. It's not. It might even be a little below average.
Okay. So I mean,
and the point is,
I think one of the things that they were desperately hoping, and I know that the pre-ticket sales for the international market, actually even for the Asian market, is actually quite positive. So I think they're waiting to see exactly what the box office finally does do with that. But certainly the American market then doesn't seem to have warmed to this take of Ghost in the Shell.
You know, honestly, I wouldn't have expected them to really be into this film. The special effects are completely dazzling. They're so well done. The thing is we've had a handful of movies just like this, and the studios have to contend with people who just want to stay home and hang out in front of their surround sound big screen TV. And the point is do they want to go out and see another, you know, so moderate type of story? The anime may be a cult classic, but it wasn't a financial success in the United States, you know, back in the day. It didn't have a huge draw. So they were probably hoping and praying that if they brought an A-lister in, that would take it over the top. But unfortunately, I don't see that happening.
Okay. Well, let's just wrap up with your take on it then. So, I mean, would you give this a thumbs up at all? Would you say to people to go and see?
There are so many good choices out there. If you're a fan of science fiction and you like this type of story, definitely go see it. There's a real issue with the characters having a lot of or a lack of dimension. They're very one-dimensional. So I think fans of the anime and the graphic novel will love it. General public, not so much, even with Scarlett Johansson in the role.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a very lukewarm reception. I was actually going to be basing my personal take on going to see it on this, so that's a bit of a lukewarm reception. So, I mean, we've got a couple of responses on the Q&A. KV Warrior, I was interested how Ghost in the Shell performance would affect the Akira remake. It's a very good question. And Mark Sebi says it's better than the anime. The anime itself, the original, is a convoluted mess. This is a little bit more streamlined, is Mark's take. And you're nodding there. You're agreeing with Mark there.
Exactly, but the real issue is the lack of character development. There's no development whatsoever.
Oh, wow. Okay, then.
Hey, Lenny.
Well, thank you very much indeed for your take on that, and thank you very much indeed for joining us. I know that we kind of, it's a bit awkward to kind of shoehorn a review into a take on WonderCon, but thank you very much indeed for joining us. You can stick around by all means. You can stick around by all means, or enjoy the rest of your Sunday. But yeah, we're going to head back to Anaheim now, if that's okay.
Take care, everybody, and you can find me at Hall H. Hooker on Twitter.
Well, that was going to be my next question. That was going to be my next thing I was going to say. Where else can people find you online?
I write for Geekscape.net.
They're just closing up right now.
Yeah.
And you can find me there once a week covering film.
Excellent stuff. Thank you very much indeed, Allie. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I really do hope I get the chance to catch up with you in San Diego. Excellent stuff. Thank you very much indeed there. So that's Allie Hanley, and do check her out on Twitter. Like I say, she can be found at Hall H Hooker on Twitter. Right, we're back to Anaheim, and I know that we've kept him waiting. We've kept him waiting. This is so rude of us. You don't keep Captain America waiting.
Yeah, you don't. This is actually Tony Armatis. He's a big contributor to the SDCC Fit movement. He runs like 10 miles a day to the left. I'm just joking. I saw him walking by when me and Alyssa were making our way across the exhibit hall, and I said, hey, why don't you come on the Cup of Tea SDCC with Leonard? So I'm going to put him on.
Absolutely.
There you go. Hey, how's it going?
Number one, I'm stunned that you can actually hear us in the helmet.
Oh yeah, I hear you pretty good.
And number two, you look amazing. I follow you on Twitter, and I've been seeing your appearances going around WonderCon. You've definitely made an impression in Anaheim this year. How's it been for you?
It's been great, man. I mean, it's just nice catching up with people. you know, I'm kind of an introvert, so it kind of helps me break out of my shell with, you know, with being active in the geek community.
Cool. So, I mean, I know that there's a very healthy cosplay scene at WonderCon. It's certainly one of the highlights. So, I mean, how's that work for someone like yourself that's wanting to make an impression with the amount of work that you've done on your suits? Is there places that you've been able to kind of showcase what your efforts?
You know what? I like to take a lot of pictures with kids. I like to donate time with the West Coast Avengers Initiative for some of the community cosplay events. I've been more about just kind of personal enrichment, and you know, as I've taken pictures with folks, it's been more of I haven't really focused on putting myself as wide ranging out there to kind of accelerate it. I've just kind of taken this slow roll into kind of putting out there. And it's been really good for me because I'm able to, you know, really open up and, you know, and provide other people inspiration into, you know, being fit and just being more open.
Excellent. Excellent. So, I mean, where have you been able to get into? Have you been able to get to anywhere without people stopping you for pictures? Have you been able to get to any panels? What's been your highlights this year?
You know what? I haven't had actually hit a lot of the panels. I just really have been for WonderCon this year. I've been trying to focus more on the social aspect of it because, like I said, I'm definitely more of an introvert. So being out here and being out with you know, my fellow geek community, it's really helped just getting and putting myself out there more because I feel more comfortable here than I do on a day-to-day basis and getting out with my people.
Excellent stuff. And I suppose the other question I wanted to ask you as well, just how many people have been coming up to you and whispering "Hail Hydra" in your ear?
There's actually quite a bit the other day when I was in my Hawkeye. Today I haven't had any, it's just started. But when I was in my Hawkeye, I had 3 Hydra guys actually come up to me and say, "Hail Hydra, when you're going to come over? You know, this is peer pressure, trying to get me to switch teams."
Excellent stuff. Listen, Tony, thank you very much indeed for talking with us. You look amazing, and everyone, I really would recommend you checking out his Twitter and his Instagram because his pictures have looked amazing of this year. Where can people find you online, Tony?
Twitter.com/TRMattis, TARMATYS. It should be the same for my Instagram and Facebook.
Excellent stuff. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. And I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. You're not supposed to keep Captain America waiting.
No problem. You guys are worth the wait.
Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that, man. Excellent stuff. Chatter, what's really cool about this outfit as well is the fact that he's now wearing headphones. It just looks, it's a strange look to have Captain America wearing headphones. So it looks cool. Excellent stuff. Tony, thank you very much indeed, man.
Take it. Bye.
Take care.
Wonderful.
How cool was that?
Oh, totally. It's just the amount of people that we've been hitting up. What I'm thinking that we're going to do is take a walk through the bigger part of like around IDW and the DC booth. So you'll get an idea about how busy the traffic is. Keep in mind, this is about 11 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, which traditionally is like Kids' Day. So you'll get an idea about how much room there is to actually walk in. You've even got a double wide stroller here on the floor. So, but that gives you an idea about the level of cosplay that's going on. It was amazing last night at the Masquerade. This is the Valiant booth over here on the left-hand side. Pretty standard, typical booth with, you know, they're selling all of their trade paperbacks. Over here, we've got the Skybound Games. Interestingly enough, Image isn't doing a huge booth. They don't have their large booth here. Yep. Yeah. You got Neil Adams here with his large booth, but Image isn't doing the big booth that they usually have with their I don't know, 20-foot tall back wall of stuff. We got over here. We've got Monster Scouts.
Okay, well, I mean, let's let's talk about that very briefly then, because obviously the big conversation in the comic fandom this weekend has been the comments from Marvel in terms of the fact that they feel that that diversity hasn't worked, that the industry seems to have become a little bit more stagnated. What's been the conversations in WonderCon in terms of booth sizes and about how the industry seems to be evolving into the conventions? What's the conversations been like?
You're hitting me with that one at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
I do apologize.
No, I think you know, the only way I could come back to a question like that is to talk about the differences in cons. And yeah, I understand that Marvel is maybe having, this is the first I've heard about Marvel saying those comments. So I can understand why they may be saying that, but I've also had the feeling that Marvel is now owned by the mouse and is probably not going to have a big presence at non Disney events, related conventions. So perhaps they're getting a little bit more corporate in their outlook. I mean, I hesitate to say that because it's, you know, it's a wild leap. But again, you're talking to me off the top of my head on a Sunday morning after convention. And yes, I did just get back from Vietnam now. So I'm still on a time leap. But the vibe that I'm getting here at WonderCon is people are really enjoying the DC products that they're seeing. I'm hearing I went to the the WB panel last night. And the director for Wonder Woman was amazing in her articulation of what philosophy was in producing the Wonder Woman show. They showed some more footage of it, and frankly, I have to go see that movie regardless of what the reviewers say. You know, and I know I've been burned by the DC line before, but you know, I got to go see a Wonder Woman show with such a fabulous director. They also did a show, previewed a show on Annabelle, which I'm not familiar with the horror genre, so this one kind of was a little bit, you know, I squealed a little bit in the middle of it a few times, but it is part of a franchise. Which name is escaping me at the moment? Do you know the franchise for Annabelle? Yeah, no. Aaron doesn't. No, there was no. I was like, it's the second one in The Conjuring, I think, or something. Anyway, like I said, I'm not big into the horror shows, but that actually looked good too. I went to the Masquerade yesterday, and I've already talked about that. I also saw the new show Midnight Texas that Michael P. talked about earlier in the program. And the only thing I'll add, I'll go on about how good it was, but I will add that if you like Preacher, you're probably going to like Midnight Texas. It's that kind of gritty
alternative vibe.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to give that one a try. If it continues with that line, I think, you know, that philosophy, I think it'll be a good show. I did see an APB panel, and it was kind of interesting. But you know, it's very much technology and, you know, technology and cars and
science
and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah. So that was fun.
Have you been able to go to any of your science panels? Because I know that you're big on the science panels. You haven't?
No, I haven't. I missed them. I missed them all. Aaron had a panel, a booth that he was talking about going to. You want to start walking us that way? We're following Aaron here. He met up with some people yesterday, and I'm going to hand the microphone over to him in a moment. Met up with some interesting people that I thought you might like to interview. later on in the show. So we're making our way over there. We're now on the right-hand side of the hall, which heading more towards Artist Alley. And of course, you've got it is Kids Day, so you've got them flashing by. You're starting to get into more of the, you've got some backpacks here. You've got some art prints, some neat sculptures. The Society of Illustrators. And so you've got your funny.
We really are getting a whistle-stop tour here. It's fantastic.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I believe we're heading over towards Green and Hills Entertainment. No, Stranger Comics is where we're heading in a moment. And I am going to should I hand it over to you now? Okay. Aaron is going to set it up before we you can do the interview with him. So I'm going to kind of vamp for a few moments and let you know what else is around. We've got Human Tier Robot. Hi. And then we've got people saying hi. Absolutely on camera. We've got your standard posters, design studios, mini prints, t-shirts. We're at 116 right now. And we've got another bathroom stop. Just to give you an idea of where we're going, I believe it stops at around 200,
okay,
250 or so in terms of, and that's way down at the end is Artist Alley. You can see way down there.
Fair enough.
But I'm gonna come over here and see if Aaron has had a chance to talk with him. Not yet. Not yet. So how is tell me, I haven't done any television recently, simply because I've been out of the country. So I'm not really going to be able to talk about that very much. But how is the tweets and news from the convention circuit been this week, Leonard?
Well, I mean, I can certainly tell you that I also haven't been able to keep up too much when it comes to television, purely because I've just been watching Legion. That's all I've been doing. I've even been rewatching Legion. It's been amazing. But certainly in terms of the pop culture tweets, it does seem to be all geared around what's coming out of WonderCon. Not only in terms of the comic news, because I've been following some bits and pieces such as the
I just have to do the sorry.
It's fair enough. The stuff from IDW, the Black Crown announcement, that was rather big. Oh, okay, Alyssa, we've lost picture. Oh, there we are.
Oh no.
No, there we are. That's better.
Sorry. I'm going to give the headset over to Aaron, so watch your ears.
This is.
Hey, what's up, Leonard?
This is fine. How are you? Right. So where are we? Where are we and who are we speaking to?
Okay. We are at the Stranger Comics booth. I'm waiting for Sebastian Jones to get done talking to somebody. He's the president of Stranger Comics. But I saw Brandon Easton here. He's the writer for Vampire Hunter D. He's also written for Agent Carter. So I thought maybe it's a good chance to talk to him while we wait for Sebastian.
I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Okay. Sure. Hold on.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
Hello.
Hello there.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Brandon,
yeah, this is where you've got a disembodied English voice in your head now. So sorry about that.
I used to write for Agent Carter. I always have a disembodied English voice in my head.
Excellent stuff. So, I mean, I've been talking to a couple of people. We've been interviewing them as we've been wandering around and talking about WonderCon and talking about how it's felt this year on its return back to Anaheim. Is this a first WonderCon for you? I mean, what's your history with
no. I've been doing WonderCon since they moved to Southern California, which was about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I don't remember exactly when, but the response has been incredibly enthusiastic. There's a lot of families here. There are a lot of people spending money, and with all the economic fears going on, it's really great to see people coming out with their families and supporting all these creators and retailers. It's been a great experience so far.
Cool. I presume you went to LA last year. I mean, has it been a warm response to have it back in Anaheim?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the move to Los Angeles completely confused a lot of people. It happened during Easter weekend in the United States, which obviously is a major religious holiday. So it was a situation where you didn't have as many people show up as they could show up. And as a result, I feel the move to LA for that 1 year was not as successful as it could have been. So coming back to Anaheim, people know where this is. People know how to get here. It's right next to Disneyland. So it works out pretty well. It's been a great experience. It's much better this year.
I mean, I think there's also that element as well with the we're seeing it on the floor with what the pictures we're seeing, the amount of families that are heading to WonderCon, and with LA, with the way that parking and with the way that to actually get to in LA, it's a bit awkward, and I think it's more family friendly. Would you say in Anaheim?
Well, Anaheim has the good sense to have a situation where you can park in multiple lots. So it makes it easier for people coming from different areas to get here. Whereas if you're trying to get into downtown LA, you're going to have some problems. Whereas Anaheim, it's a residential community right outside. There's not a lot of freeways, but like tearing the place up. It's not a lot of bad traffic for a Sunday. It's a really good spot to take your family, pile into a car or a minivan, and come on out and have a good time.
Cool.
It works out very well.
Okay, well, let's just talk about your own experience with this convention as well. How's it been?
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
Is it a case of people are discovering the books, or is it a lot of old familiar faces?
Well, the company I'm working for now, Stranger Comics, we're doing Vampire Hunter D, based on the classic manga and anime series, the horror action anime. So I'm working at the Stranger Comics booth, and there we've had considerable interest. We've had considerable interest for the last year and a half that we've been working on this. I do panels about breaking into Hollywood because as I said before, I'm a screenwriter. So I've had a WonderCon so far, and in general, I have great WonderCons. So I can't really complain. I mean, it's been a fantastic experience for all of us. Excellent. And there's really good people here, and people, they stop by the booth, they're willing to listen, and they're also, again, it's not all about the money, but people are spending money, and that's something that's you really got to have, because there's been great fears about the economic downturn that may or may not be coming in the U.S. So to see people coming out and spending money and having a good time is a great feeling.
Excellent. How's the reaction been to Vampire Hunter D? Because I'm a fan of the original books as well. So how's the reaction been?
It's been great. I mean, the book has been critically acclaimed since it got released last November. We've had amazing feedback. The story of this book is actually a short story, unreleased short story from creator Hideki Kikuchi. So we're working with and adapting work directly from the creator of Vampire Hunter D. So we had great source material to work with, and we adapted it into a 5-issue limited series. And issue 1 is out, and people love it. I mean, I've not really had any negative anything about Vampire Hunter D so far.
Excellent stuff. You were talking about being obviously tied or working with Stranger Comics. Have you been able to get out and have a look at the rest of the convention? Has anything jumped out at you this year?
Let's see. I found a lot of really good independent books. I found some series that are taking place in space, and I'm a big space opera fan personally. And to see so many original properties set in space using real world science, to me, that is that's the ultimate experience for me. I love books and comics that deal with a hard science fiction in a space opera context. So, well, I can't think of any one in particular. I've just run into a few people like that.
Just be very, very careful. Just kind of dial your voice back a bit, because Alyssa is within earshot, and she's the Expanse fan. She's the Expanse fan, and don't you two will just bond over that, I suspect. I don't know.
Well, The Expanse is one of my favorite series ever. I'm very happy about that, and I'm glad it's on the air. So I read the books way before I even knew it was going to get picked up into a series. And the work there's 2 guys who are actually James Corey. There's 2 different writers, and they use like a pen name, and their work has been extraordinary. So the Expanse series of books and the Expanse TV show, to me, are exactly the kind of thing I enjoy reading and watching.
Excellent stuff. So, I mean, the one thing I'm always thrilled about when it comes to WonderCon is its absolute support of indie and sort of beyond the big 3 and 4 comic companies. It really is a supporter of self-publish and smaller imprints. How's that been in terms of networking for yourself? Is it being able to kind of, you say you've gone around and had a look at the smaller imprints?
Yes, I have. Okay, well, for me, networking in the past, I haven't really ever gotten a gig because of WonderCon, but I've met, or any convention, but I've met really good people who have assisted me in my personal projects. So in that aspect, WonderCon and other conventions are great for writers and other creators because you can meet other people at your level. It's very difficult to try to network upward, as they say. Like if somebody's already an established creator who are maybe 10 years into their career, they're not always open to meeting new people. But the beauty of a convention like this is that you can meet people exactly at your level. So I've already worked in television and animation and in graphic novels. So for me, I get to meet people who are also at my level who will give me the benefit of the doubt. So I can maybe build in the future. But if you're just starting out, this is a great place. I mean, I'm doing a panel today in a couple of hours about how to break into the business if you're brand new. So that's what these conventions are really good for, I think.
I was just about to say, I can imagine that's it's going to be a part of the theme of your panel later on. So no,
yes,
it's
absolutely.
like it's definitely a running thread in what you're talking about. Excellent stuff. So yeah, I suppose if to wrap things up, just to say thank you very much indeed for talking to us. Where can people find more about Vampire Hunter D online?
Okay, well, you could go to strangercomics.com. This is the company. Their website is Stranger Comics. You can go to strangercomics.com. I'm on Twitter at Brandon Easton, BRANDON EASTON. You can find all of us on the website and also on Instagram. So tell folks to just put in a search for our names and you'll find everything you need to find.
Well, I've just hit follow, so you'll just see that on your notifications when you get the chance. So
fantastic.
Excellent stuff. Brilliant. I mean, like I say, I'm a fan of the original books, so I'll be checking this out. So
please do. I think you're going to love it.
Excellent stuff. Thank you so much indeed for your time, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
Excellent. Right, I think we just...
Hey, Leonard, what's happening? I know you have. It's with me and my camera, and
we seem to have lost picture.
I know. That's with me and my camera, and I'm trying to work on that right now as we speak. Do you see me now?
There we go.
Good. Okay, I'm going to give you back to Aaron so that he can introduce you to our next guest who is getting into, oh no, he's still talking with somebody else.
It's
so
okay.
Here you go.
If he's busy, that's fine.
Here. So that was very interesting to be talking with Kevin East. Oh, hang on one second. Thank you.
All right. How you doing? Do we do an intro?
Yeah, do an intro.
Okay. Hey, Leonard.
Hi there.
Hey, we got Sebastian Jones. He's the president of Stranger Comics. We hooked up last year. I went to their release party for the Vampire Hunter D comic that Brandon showed us earlier. So, and I see my conventions that we've struck up a little, friendship. So we say what's up whenever we see each other. So, yeah. So, your brother is from the UK. He has a YouTube live stream. Englishman STC. So, I told him about Stranger Comics.
Oh wow. Awesome.
You see, this is where I was going to introduce myself, and then he goes and does it for me. I mean, that's just terrible. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad at all. It's a pleasure to talk to you. How's it gone? How's it gone so far? I mean, how's WonderCon? Because we were just talking to Brandon there, and he was saying that it's great that the return to Anaheim it's been welcomed so warmly. I mean, how's it been for Stranger Comics?
It's been great. It's it's busy. It's fun. Folks seem to like our stuff, so I can't complain.
I know that there's been a lot of concern about the way that the industry's going, about certainly when it comes to floppy sales as well. And I know that what's the conversation been like within the comics industry, certainly with what Marvel announced, or the conversation that Marvel said over the course of the weekend. Have you been keeping up with that?
I haven't. I've just been at a convention, to be honest. I'm completely in Conland right now. No clue about anything.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, it's just to give you a bit of thing, because Marvel was talking about, or I believe one of the Marvel high-ups was saying that they were feeling that diversity wasn't really working for them, that they're going to go back to a more...
Oh, I heard that.
You've heard this, okay?
I did hear that.
More a meat and potatoes approach.
Right. Good for them. Good for them. God bless them. God bless their right-wing selves. You know. I wish them all the best.
So, I mean, what's your in terms of Stranger Comics? What's your outlook when it comes to the comic industry, and especially when it comes to conventions and how people are coming up to you? Are you finding that there's a lot of interest in the books, and how's the interest?
There are, yeah. Well, you know, we very much believe in the opposite of my esteemed Marvel counterparts, that representation truly matters, and you know, it is not uncommon for us to have folks coming up screaming, sometimes picking up the stuff, and at times breaking down in tears, that finally they're being represented the right way, in an authentic way, and that not only are our creations represented, you know, representing folks of color and females, but also our creators as well. It's very, very important that folks see their heroes in an authentic light and authentic creators behind them. So it's been fantastic, to be honest. And we've been very, very lucky and blessed to work with some amazing talents like Brandon Easton on Vampire Hunter D, to Amanda Stenberg, most known for playing Rue in the Hunger Games, co-writing Niobe with me. It's amazing to think that, you know, as far as in the public, we're quite kind of a young company. But Niobe became the first ever nationally distributed comic book with a black female author, artist, and hero in the history of comics.
Wow.
And then when you check Marvel and DC's credentials, as far as you look up how many black female writers they've hired in the last 80 years, close to zero. Until Niobe came out, and then they were like, oh. Seemed like, yeah, okay. And then, but maybe not. I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose,
you know, I
suppose the other question I wanted to ask is about how that's reflected in the crowd that you've got in front of you. I mean, obviously, it's very family friendly on a Sunday, but how has it been over the course of the convention? Is that reflected? Have you been attracting a very diverse crowd in front of you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, I'm looking around now and I'm seeing folks from all backgrounds, folks from all cultures, just as many ladies as there are men, and so you know, it's been fantastic. You know, but I think it's always been there, and I just think that I realized the readers have an insatiable hunger for a material that.
Sure. Excellent stuff. In terms of Comic-Con then, oh, sorry, WonderCon, well, we'll talk Comic-Con as well. Are you going to be appearing at San Diego this year?
We should be. Last couple of years, it's the one convention for funnily enough, I actually take off down for a couple of meetings. But, you know, our next convention we'll do LA Festival of Books and C2E2. We'll do Phoenix Comic-Con. We'll be at Baltimore, we'll be at Rose City, we'll be at New York, back to Kamikaze, Long Beach. So we bounce around a little bit. We just got back from Seattle.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, I was just desperately hoping that I might be able to meet you face to face, because it sounds sounds like I'd really like to have a face-to-face chat with you. But no, it's been great to talk to you.
Yeah, awesome.
It's been great to talk to you today.
Definitely. Thank you.
Hope you have a great Sunday as well. And have the rest of a great WonderCon.
Thank you very much. Great to meet you.
Take care, Sebastian. Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Thank you so much for Sebastian Jones. Oh, and let me do the official handshake. That was Sebastian Jones. He's actually the writer for The Untamed. Really nice hardback trade paperback trade book. And this is the book that he was talking about, Niobe. This is issue 1. And we've got issue 2 and issue 3 and issue. Got apparently 2 versions of issue 1. They've also got a couple of other books out here. As you met the writer for Vampire Hunter, but they've also got Jay Lee for The Untamed.
Cool.
Which is the book that Sebastian was writing. So what we thought we would do now is take a walk down towards Artist Alley, so you can get an idea about the breadth of the hall. From here, we've got some design. Sorry about that little bobble there. Yes, I was reworking my hands. We've got some design studios. We've got some posters and more posters. We all want more posters on our wall. And of course, we've got We Love Fine, which has got some nice stuff.
Oh no, that's the booth I've got to try and keep my wife away from, because Caroline is obsessed with that particular company. No, loves We Love Fine. Big fan.
Yeah, absolutely. PCS Collectibles, Pop Culture Shock Toys. We could probably take a walk through their booth if you're interested in some toys.
Yeah, sure, why not? Listen, unless you haven't realized this, Alyssa, we are completely in your hands at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, I could give you over to Aaron so you could be in his hands if you'd like. As Aaron laughs and goes like, "Oh no." Well, hey, do you know anything about these guys? Yeah, he doesn't. Do you do toys at all? Okay, so he doesn't do toys, so I'm gonna, you're gonna be stuck with me. Got some nice Batman figures here. Both generations, the early and young.
Now I saw this.
The back side.
Now this was a picture of this was taken by Dan Berry. He was really taken by this Judge Dredd. This looks amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Aaron, if you want to be my model, you'll see. You can get an idea about the size of this.
Good Lord.
The thing is massive, and it sits on this stone pedestal.
I think it would have to.
Fake stone. Yeah, just to counterbalance it. For $99, Aaron has just told me. I'm really liking. By the way, Aaron, thank you so much. I am really liking having a second set of eyes on this. Yeah, Street Fighters here. Apparently 3 of them. This one. So I'm hungry. What? A video game. Aaron is telling me. See, you should do this one. Totally. Then we're moving over here. I mean, we could run long on this show, right? Since it's WonderCon.
Yeah.
And then we've got some Mortal Kombat guys. Taking a walk around, you'll see I'm doing some National Cartoonist Society there. But one last. And that looks like a Judge Dredd there.
It does at the background,
Terminator.
yes. But to be honest,
yeah.
that evil from Legend is more than
okay.
I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of the film. So, but anyway, these are amazing figures. The scale is incredible.
Absolutely. They may not be quite to the point of the some of the other figures that you see out there, but they're very, very close to it.
Yeah.
You like Hot Toys. Like Aaron just gave me that name. Maybe I should just give the headphones over to Aaron so he could take that. We got Comic-Con HQ is here.
Ah, yes.
So they are doing their, apparently, Aaron. So they're doing some sort of a giveaway for a small silver cape. at the and we've got the you know, the some of the dress. Oh, we got more cosplay. Just absolutely. So I think I'm gonna take, my voice needs a break here for a moment, so I'm gonna find Aaron and gonna give him the headset so he can talk for a few minutes.
Okay.
We're on our way there.
Hello.
Hello. Wow.
How you doing?
Yes, Alyssa seems to be intent on taking us through the entire convention, which I have no problem with.
Oh wow, look at that.
I mean, just gonna say, you seem to be a lot of things catching your eye.
Alyssa just said she wants these shirts right here.
Okay. Well, that's the science in that's the scientist in her.
He said that's the scientist in you. And now,
So
now we're on Artist Alley.
As we head towards Artist Alley, I mean, just gonna say, I saw the Doug Chang signboard. Oh no, it's not Doug Chang. No, different Chang. I do apologize. Bernard Chang.
Bernard Chang. Is there any artist here that you were wanting to see?
I'm not entirely sure who's actually exhibiting at the moment. So it's okay. More a case of just having a wander around.
Okay, this one. All right. Okay. Looks like Alyssa has somebody in mind that we can talk to. Sets that up. I will. I'll talk to you for a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, yesterday, actually Friday, I went through Artist Alley and we did a lot of promo videos for Hall H, and that was pretty cool. So I got to meet a lot of the people that we follow online, and also some new people. So that was a pretty cool experience.
Now there's a guy who's had a hell of a year, Dustin Nugent there.
Oh.
On the no, I'm a fan of the man's work.
Oh yeah.
Yes, if you don't. So
we're ready.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Leonard. I'm here talking with Jeremy Baston. He does a wonderful. Just get a close up of some of his artwork. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Cursed. Forgive me as I reach across, the Cursed Pirate Girl. I saw his work in Boston a few years ago, and actually was able to purchase a hardback version. This book, and absolutely love it. Just the detail is fabulous. I'm wondering, I'm going to give him the headset in a few moments, and just let you know what. Give you a heads up on where we're going with this. Published by Arcana.
I know Arcana's work. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to hand it over to him, and take it away, Leonard. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Hi there. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. This is the strangest first date.
Yes, yeah, totally. You're just in my head, and I'm not even like in an asylum or anything.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you wake up tonight with a strange English voice in your head, it's not me, it's not me. Okay, so for now it is. So how are you? How's WonderCon been for you so far?
It's been great. Yeah, it's been really busy. It's a great crowd. It's my first time in Anaheim. I did WonderCon in LA last year, which I guess was the first year they put it in LA. And I think before that, the last WonderCon I did was when it was in San Francisco. So Anaheim has really lived up to my expectations. I really enjoyed it.
Fantastic. I mean, in terms of the people coming past, is it a lot of people that are familiar with your work, or is it people who've, just encountering you for the first time?
Most of the sales I've encountered have been new people, which is really awesome. There are people that see me like at San Diego. I go to San Diego to Comic-Con International a lot. Will come to this show because I'm from Michigan, so I don't get out this far all that often. So.
Okay. I mean, how's Anaheim been treating you in terms of like the evening and the nightlife? Have you been imbibing?
Well,
Have you been behaving in bed for 9?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I'm kind of really a lame duck when it comes to like going out and living it up, so to speak. I go back to the hotel that I took on for that day, and then it's to bed as soon as possible because I'm really slow at what I do, so sketches kind of take a little while, and that way I can't really go out and party hardy.
Excellent stuff. I mean, the one thing I always find interesting in Artist Alley is when you do actually have people sketching and doing artwork actually at their booths. And I always wonder how on earth they get the chance to do that when they're trying to talk to people. Do you get the chance to do any artwork, or do you save that for when you're away from the cons?
Yeah, I try to save it for when I'm away, just because when I'm at the table, I really like interacting with people and talking to people. It helps sell things. So I try to save all that the sketching and stuff when I go back to the hotel room.
Cool. Excellent stuff. And we were speaking earlier to a couple of the guys from Stranger Comics. They were saying that sales are doing really well. How's it been financially? Has it been a good con for you?
Oh, yes, totally worth it.
Excellent stuff. And have you been able to then pass that money back on to other people? Has anything attracted your attention?
Well, I did pick up a Dan Burton sketchbook because I love his work too much when I go to shows, just because I need to pay rent and buy groceries and whatnot. Over here is just crazy. So yeah, I go to shows as the main way that I can stay working at what I do without getting a quote real job. So I do like maybe 11 shows a year, and that really helps pay for things.
Excellent stuff. So it's great to see that things have caught your attention. It's great that you've actually been able to get away from your table a couple of times, because I know that there are some artists that do kind of get super glued to their table and they don't get the chance to go out and have a look at the rest of the convention. So it's great that you've had the chance to do that. Excellent stuff.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, listen, thank you very much indeed for your time. I hope you have the rest of a great WonderCon. I hope you have a great Sunday. And Jeremy, thank you very much indeed for talking to us.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for wanting to talk to me.
And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in San Diego, because yes, hopefully I'll be able to get across the pond for that.
Okay, yeah, I'll be in Artist Alley for that, so you can find me there.
Excellent stuff. Where is the best place to find you online? Just out of curiosity.
I think Instagram is my favorite of all those social media things. My handle there is @Jeremy_Bastion.
Excellent stuff. Thank you very much indeed, Jeremy. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you in San Diego.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Pass you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's past those over, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Leonard.
Hi there. How are you? Right. Excellent stuff.
Good. What with Dustin?
Oh my word. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, he might be a little busy.
Yeah, I think he'll be a little bit busy as well. I know how popular that guy is.
Hey, okay. Leonard, I'm back.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we can wrap. Shall we try and wrap the hangout up?
Well, we've still got rows and rows of Artist Alley. If people want to hang out, they're welcome to. We're going to take a quick walk through there. I just wanted to give you an idea about Jeremy Bastion's work, because he does if you ever get buy one of his books and he does your signature, it is an incredibly meticulous. It takes him about 10 minutes to do your signature. So I would highly, well, and you saw an idea about his artwork. It's incredible. So when he says that it takes him time to do his sketches, for it, because you're getting quality work from him. And it's unfortunate that we weren't able to get Dustin on camera at this point. He is, his line is probably 10 or 15, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly how popular that guy is.
And people are buying stuff, so he doesn't want to talk to me at this point, who's not buying anything.
Fair enough.
I mean,
okay.
I can totally understand if you want to do a wrap up.
I think we should, because at least then you can get off and enjoy the rest of the convention.
There is a panel at 12:30 that I'm looking at doing. I don't remember what it is because it's on my phone and my phone is being used as the camera.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Exactly. So tell you what, let's have the have the camera on you for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not me. That's me.
There we go. Right. So let's wrap things up and let's just go with an overview, especially when it comes to the return to Anaheim. Has it been a hit? Has it been a success? The return of WonderCon.
It has. It has. I don't know how the numbers are comparatively to LA last year, but it certainly seems the fans are happy. It's lovely being in the closed hotels. The only thing that I have heard negative things about has been the parking. Apparently there weren't signs for the parking this morning, and they were directing people to the wrong spot. If the person that told me this wasn't a regular convention goer, so she was bringing her family.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of taking that with a grain of salt because we're not quite sure work or not. So
fair. Well, I mean, I've been hearing stories about parking as well, considering that the city of Anaheim have been directing people to their park and ride, which isn't too reliable. And then you've got people who've been trying to get into Disneyland, and Disneyland have been turning away convention goers because they obviously want to have their parking for people attending the actual park. So I know it's been that is, I know, a big part of the issue. Will you be attending the talkback panel later?
I will, and I will be posting it at some point, hopefully later on today. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take me to get it uploaded. I'm on my way to LA and then flying out to New Orleans tomorrow. So I'm busy.
You are putting the air miles in. I'm very, very impressed. But okay, if you could wrap up WonderCon, plus I'm guessing thumbs up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, just the friends and the weather alone is spectacular. Been in t-shirts and you know, capris the whole time. People in shorts, you can wear pants. So it's a very comfortable con. You can wear a heavy costume and without worry of sweating too much. Plenty of room to move around in. The artist alley is deep. I will say it's not quite as deep as the Reed Pop Con Artist Alley was. Perhaps that won't stand me in good stead with the CCI folks, but there you go. I have to say it. Well, you know, it's a good artist alley. Don't get me wrong, and there certainly is depth here, but there was more of the newer artists at ECC last a couple of weeks ago. So just as a comparison, I will say that in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a live show from Star Wars Celebration in Orlando. Cool. So it's not next Saturday, it'll be the following Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, we knew that one was.
Look forward to this.
Yeah, we knew that one was coming. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, as the sun is starting to go down here in the UK and the day is getting pretty much started in Anaheim, we'll let you get off. Thank you very much indeed for the live report, Alyssa. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely, but you know what we're going to do? I'm going to say where you can find me, which is my Twitter account is @friendsofcci, and my forum is and blog is .friendsofcc.com. But then I'm going to hand you to Aaron, where he will tell you where to find him, because without his help today, it wouldn't have been nearly as a cool a show. So here's Aaron.
Howdy.
And welcome back. Okay, so listen, thank you so much indeed for jumping in to be Alyssa's camera person again. You know that
my pleasure.
Always appreciated. Where can people find you online, and where can people find that interview Where can people find your stuff?
They can find me online personally. Aaron Nabus, 2 A's, RONNABUS. That's on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And then for people who follow me on hallh.com, it's actually spelled out Hall, T-C-O-M. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then also for people who follow me on SDCC Fit, it's SDCC Fit on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So that's where you can find me.
Brilliant. And I hope that I'll get to the chance to catch up with you in San Diego as well. It's been a while,
Looking forward to it.
You really am.
Yeah.
Really am looking forward to it. Aaron,
we'll get some carne asada burritos.
You know what? That sounds like a plan. Excellent stuff.
All right.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Take care, man. Enjoy the rest of WonderCon.
Thank you. Peace.
Excellent. Okay, right. I think we'll just say goodbyes. Excellent stuff. Okay, Alyssa, thank you very much indeed. Waving goodbye. Bye-bye. You can find me online, Englishman SDCC, of course, and all the bits and pieces at anenglishmaninsandiego.com. Next week, we're back to some kind of normality as we have a little bit of a normal kind of show next week.
No,
and then,
we
of course,
won't.
No, we won't. And then next week it is Star Wars Celebration. So looking forward to bringing our live report from that. Do take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. And from all of us at Talkin Comic-Con, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.